Where's my camera settings?
There we are. Ooh, jeez. Good old Lorraine.
Minimize. Boo, 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 boo. Lucky Bat, Lucky Bat, hi, Nick.
Hi.
Hey, everyone. Gareth Mays, hello. We're going to be doing a little oils today. Let's keep trying to figure this out. I'm going to work on good old Lilu. Also, we got some challenge winners to show off in about 10 minutes.
Better believe it. Andrew's go over the new challenge.
Yeah. And my dog's napping over here.
Wow, what an eventful day. Full of stuff to do.
Brent Crossmail, hi there. Dancing Doom, hi Jay and Nick. How's your horrendous night?
Bad.
Yeah. Sucks. Hey Miguel, how do you do, Lady Marino? Space Wolf Daddy. I went on a date with the hot lady at my local game store. Right, Grothmail, show me the dog, please. I can't, because then everybody will get motion sick from the camera. Sandstorm 10, hello. Jason M, I got angry today and I kicked a hole in my drywall. I regret it so much as I hate drywall work. I've done plenty of drywalling in my day.
Mm-hmm.
Ran across me all dog. George Gajardo, sup nerds? Space Daddy, and she plays the game I do.
Wow. The question is,
Shoots
did
and
you know it was a date? That was a good question to ask.
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
Oh, I love a paper towel. Do I have any paper towels near me? I vote for dog stream. I could make that happen, but I choose not to.
Okay, Kadev, I disagree. I dislike dogs. There you go.
Ooh, I have a paper
you have
towel.
somebody to blame.
Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh, my dreams have come true. Joshua Thompson, it's 3 a.m. in the morning here. I need to watch in the morning.
Well, that sounds like no fun.
Grim is nice. Heretic. Brent Crothmail, dog. Space Daddy, I'm the first 40k player to have a girlfriend.
This is true. You have to let us all know what it's like.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say, Sphinx, what are you looking forward to with the Imperial Guard rumors mill? I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I feel like Imperial Guard have what they need. They just need maybe some updated rules. What paint was I just about to use?
I didn't know that you hated the Imperial Guard. I think that is a, you know, faction I think I might care the least about. I'm gonna be honest with you.
The regular fellas,
Yeah.
just folks with guns.
Yeah. I mean, I think I like Space Marines more. I don't really like Space Marines that much.
Captain Blue, do you think they'll make Krieg into a full army? No. Actually, they already are, but you have to get some Forge World models. But no, I can almost guarantee that they will not.
Cut to them doing it.
Because the Imperial Guard are kind of the only army like that, where the different sub factions are completely different. You know, like if you want to play Tau Sept Tau, and what's the name of the white Tau? Shazla. The white Tau is a different Tau Sept. They all use identical models, but the Imperial Guard uses completely different models to show the different ranks. So yeah, you can take this to the bank. They're not gonna do like three different Krieg and 3 different Vestroyan and 3 different Catachan and 3 different every single different type of Imperial Guard.
Why do you hate the fans?
But you can totally make it because you got your infantry box. You can even get some special weapons operators from Forge World, and then after that, all the tanks and stuff are the same.
I'm literally crying.
Do you like the new Kill Team box? Yeah, I like it.
I like it too. We're getting it.
The only problem is I think the terrain is not enough. It's good terrain, but you would need to add in more small things. But if you bought any of the previous Kill Team boxes, you're set.
Yeah. Like, we're going to have too much.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have so much terrain because we're buying Games Workshop stuff and making boards every single month on our Patreon. Can you imagine that?
Yeah. Annie Bay, Viorla. Yes, that's the white Tau. They're the aggressive Tau. Shivox Tau 6. Here's hoping we get updated Catachan. The Catachan are the only ones I could believe would get an update because for some reason Games Workshop hasn't just like let them fade into the background.
Yeah.
And they keep coming out with special guys.
Right. Special guys.
I remember during the height of COVID going to the Warhammer store and like our manager had set up all the tables as a barrier between him and like people coming in.
Yep.
And he had a table full of the Catachan special guys and was like, "You want any of these?" I was like, "Nope."
Funny joke though.
Yeah. Brian Thompson, hey all, just found out my hobby knife is really sharp.
You know, I have heard that to be the case.
Shevox, don't you have this big Kill Team board? It's entirely possible that we have several big old Kill Team boards. Some of which maybe you haven't seen yet.
What? Insane.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you guys just got to stay tuned for some sweet terrain board building action.
I don't know what you're hinting to. I don't get it.
Grim is nice. My store did that too. I mean, what are you gonna do? Space Wolf Daddy. I had to hide all my sister's Repentia models for my girlfriend. Yeah, especially since he used like the alternates that have all the boobies out.
Mm-hmm. Skies out, boobs out.
Catachan. Games Workshop could totally make Imperial Guard army with 1 billion regiments if they had a few extra torsos and arms to the regular infantry squad. Sprue, you could use those on the other kits. Formal encouraged kit bashing. It's tricky though because Some people wear cloaks, like the Krieg, the Vostroyan, and the Mordian Janissary, Maccabian Janissaries, and then some wear like kind of the more standard stuff, like Cadian and the dress uniform guys, the Mordians, and then some just wear anything, like the Catachan, the Salvador Chem dogs. Yeah, there's a lot of variety. I don't know if they could do it with just some heads and bodies. Hey, Miguel, Kill Team boards or Malifaux boards? I mean, the next one kind of could be used either way, but it's going to be Kill Team. Anyway, what do you think about templates for guard, like the Cadian style and a long coat style, Krieg, Valhallan, Maccabian, Janissaries, and a short coat style, Vostroyan, Armageddon, need to see when, then Catachan. It sort of already exists a little. You got the Cadians, and then you've got Krieg, veteran guardsmen, and then you've got the Jungle Boys, Rambo. So you got three. Yeah, three right now. It wouldn't be impossible for them to do more, but I bet they don't, just because it probably wouldn't make sense.
But what if they want to make a lot of money?
They won't. I think that's the problem. Maybe if they came out with some really great, like, Imperial Guard books, although they already have, and it still seems to be just as popular as a normal army. Brian Thompson, so much girlfriend flexing tonight. Girlfriends are temporary, 40K is forever, until it gets too expensive.
Right. Usually we get a lot of wife flexes.
Dancing a Doom, challenge winner time.
Oh, yeah. We're doing that as well.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, we had a challenge. It was a kit bash challenge. Gotta do the best kit bash you could kit bash. Alright, shall we start with best base?
Absolutely.
Alright.
Mad Scientist is Severn Worlds Mini with this epic Tau Grey Knight guy. Oh, what's this kit called? It's called the Grey Knight
Dread Knight.
Grey Knight Dread Knight, but it's a Tau Grey Knight Dread Knight.
Grey Knight Dread Knight.
Grey Knight Dread Knight. He shaved the sword into more of a Tau shape and added some Tau details. There's a Tau piloting it, sitting in the baby carrier.
Yep. It's just
Boom.
Hilarious. Alrighty. Community pick?
Next up, we got community pick with Knight 36. And if you look closely, you might notice that this is the Statue of Liberty.
Mm-hmm.
Hilariously brought back as an Imperial Knight. Ah, what a wonderful, wonderful concept.
I would have never thought about it.
Never in a million years. The President of America.
Exactly. Adorable.
After community pick, we got Nicky J the 5 Parmesan with a parrot Squigosaur, which is really, really nicely done.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's a pirate. He's a pirate, but his bird isn't sitting on his shoulder. It is his giant, trusty steed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very, very nice.
Yep.
Is that, yeah, and that must be how the Squigosaur's feet are. They're like dinosaur feet. It actually kind of all works really well.
Yeah. It's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to steal it.
Yeah, when Nick has stolen this idea, if you go back to this video, you'll actually see this part edited out.
Yep.
Next up, we got Izlotchki with some Dark Angels, storm speeders or air speeders. I don't remember exactly what the Dark Angels call their air speeders. They're something different. They're like the Dark Talon. But we have a guy leaping because he's not content. And what's kind of hilarious is actually it's the driver leaping from the vehicle to engage in glorious close combat.
I love it.
And I love his buddies just looking at him, wondering what's about to happen now that no one's flying the ship.
Yep. It's true. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like taking a nosedive, too. I mean,
Yeah.
It's the whole thing. Really tells a little story.
Chris, the Talon Master, of course. Honestly, the Talon Master is probably the only reason to ever take a land speeder because you just get to double the weapons. I mean, that's awesome. Next up, we got Aldous with a very, very nice Blood Angel. Is this the Sanguinor? I think it is. Ooh, is that the new Praetor sword? That's a very fancy sword he's got. It couldn't be, though. The Praetors aren't really out yet. But yeah, really, really beautifully done. I mean, this is all custom. The original Sanguinor does look exactly like this, but small and squat and mushy and fine cast.
Right. I think the I don't know. I don't remember the Age of Sigmar guy. It's the Fabio guy.
Yeah, the Fabio guy.
The Fabio guy is what this is based on, and it looks great.
Mm-hmm.
Super cool.
Absolutely. Yeah. That I if I didn't play Black Templar, I would be very tempted to do Blood Angels because there's so much room for awesome conversion for stuff like this.
Yep.
Good old the Bloodies. Next up, we got Westphalen with some super, super cool jet bikes and a custom flying friend. I believe that she is the leader of this particular rabble.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
Yeah, really fun though. I love the orcs and like our little rat folk. Really, really fun. I love the bases. And there's a lot of kit bash and conversion here. I think they're custom heads, custom 3D printed heads, a lot of green stuff work. Very, very cool.
And they fit in. The orcs really do fit in.
Mm-hmm. Next up, Mick Fenster 719 with a custom Aerosmith airplane, which is a normal kit that has been extensively kit bashed into the Aerosmith plane. And it's very well done.
Mm-hmm.
It even has a very fancy stand.
I love it.
Yeah.
I know. We usually don't. We don't usually get model kits like this.
No.
It's kind of fun.
I think we've had some tanks before.
Yeah, some tanks. But yeah, very exciting. All right, great.
And now let's go back to Best Based.
Best Base.
And I'm definitely not looking through file folders as we speak. Hey, would you look at that? Best Based, Firo von Saphiro with a Tau Gundam. And it is a very much Tau Gundam. For some reason, those kits seem to really go well together. And not only do they have some fun kind of red earth bases, but there is also a wonderful waterfall to properly frame this behemoth of a mech suit.
Yeah, love the scenic bases. Scenic bases or separate bases.
Mm-hmm.
Love. It's hard to do.
A little bit of both.
Plan. Exactly. All right. Now, shall we go to the ultimate winner?
Mm-hmm.
And all those categories are top fives and everything. This is the ultimate winner.
Bum. Westphalen for the super converted Flying Gang.
Flying Gang.
Very, very well done. I mean, you've got Eldar jet bikers with orc bodies thrown on them. You've got the unique Sister of Battle character, the Sister of Battle Psyker character, heavily converted into some sort of a woodland critter, character. Very nice bases. It all kind of works together.
Yeah.
It's just seamless. It's very silly, but it's very seamless.
Yeah. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go.
Woo!
So, shall we move on to the next challenge?
Yes.
Alrighty. We're actually switching things up quite a bit with this one. Kind of.
House painting. You have to show us a painted
wall in your
home.
house. Yeah, that you have to paint. Here, let me unprivate all the things so everybody can take a look. There we go. All right. This challenge, if you want to go on our Discord, it's under rules, and the challenge is called Scenery. Alrighty. So, hey, your board is looking a little naked. You should spice it up. This challenge is about terrain and scenery. Paint up / build any kind of terrain for your board. Could be Games Workshop terrain, completely handmade, or 3D printed. It's really as simple as that. It could be one piece or whole board's worth. If you're using pre-designed terrain like Games Workshop terrain or 3D printed stuff, you should add to it to give a little extra spice. Maybe do a little kit bash, add some grass tufts, make it a little bit different. You don't have to, don't want to, but you know, spice it up. Might as well. And yeah, try out some stuff. This is the same. This is pretty much all challenges. Take photos, do the writing process. The format's the same thing. Take photos of it. Make sure you take a bunch of work in progress photos. Name it, whatever your scenery is. But then we're changing up the winning categories a little bit. So the top 5 is normal, but since our other ones kind of don't fit, I've created some new winning categories. So one of the categories is Rustiest Rust. Use rust to great effect on the scenery. So if you're going to do something maybe sci-fi-ish, maybe you do some rust. Then Best Completely Handmade. Use materials like foam core, MDF, clay, etc. for the majority of the model. Some 3D printed bits and kit bashes and bits from kits allowed. But the vast majority of it's like all built by hand. Then Best Natural Scenery. So made trees, forests, rock formations, or anything else. And then of course we have our community pick at the end. So kind of some alternate categories, because maybe you do the Games Workshop terrain, but maybe you really rustify it, maybe hoping for that rustiest rust category. Or maybe you go all handmade, or maybe you go completely natural. So I think it should fit a lot of different things that people want to do. And the challenge ends on July 3rd at 12 o'clock as normal. And then we're going to be talking about the winners, just like we did today, on July 9th.
Only on EonsOfBattle live stream.
Exactly. So yeah, should be a fun one. Little different. Terrain.
Woo!
There you go.
Shout out, oh my gosh, the orc on the right is the ringtone mascot. Gareth Mays, hey, hell, I'm already working on my terrain. Gareth Mays, oh man, I'm going for the rust. Joshua Thompson, is Mad Scientist still a category? I want to go 3 for 3.
Not for this one. I got rid of it. I want to switch it up.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll probably bring it back for the next ones.
the oil undertone on this fella.
Daniel Bear, can I enter a rock from the garden?
Yep.
I guess you could. Lucky bet. Why isn't it called Make It Tear Rain? Because I don't get it.
Make it terrain.
Terrain?
Terror?
Terrible?
Terrain.
Terrain.
Tear up the terrain. No, I don't know.
I don't know. Try to make it work. I would say this is the boringest name that I've come up with. Couldn't think of anything better. That's okay. RT EOB live stream. Yes or yes.
Yes or yes.
Yes or yes.
Everybody loves the live streams. Yes or yes.
Little fake business.
Little fake business.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. I have a board centerpiece in construction already. It's a Malifaux style desert inn. Ooh. George Godard going to yank a space marine from its base to glue it to a forest base. Bam! Winner, chicken dinner.
Hell yeah. Yeah, the cheese man. Apparently there's a new 40k sticker book. I want it.
Huh. I didn't know there was an old 40k sticker book.
I didn't know that either.
Sticker book. Interesting. Speaking of sticker books, I had to pee. Go back.
Oh my god.
Hello, dog.
I don't know. He got up a little too quickly for it to be just pee. Don't you think, everybody? Like that sounded like an emergency. Emergent pee? It's clever. Everybody laugh in the chat, please. Lucky bet. Terrain would be better, I think. I still don't get it. I really don't. Oh, like make it rain. That doesn't really work. Matthew Cheeseman, he's gone to get the sticker book. You're right. So is it a Games Workshop official sticker book? Like you can go to their website and get it, or is it on their merch website? Kakadev, dogs are vectors of plague to me. You're allergic. Hey, geez, man, it is official. Thanks. Have you considered cat? I like cats.
Boop. Dog.
Mm-hmm. RT. J plus sticker book equals P. That's a bit suspect.
Dogs are vectors of plague to me. Yes, my dogs are gross.
You said it, not me.
Have you considered cat?
Kakadev. No, I just dislike being slobbered upon. Yeah.
Wayne Howie.
There's like those dogs that are really slobbery.
Yeah.
Yuck. Those are a little much.
Working on my NEPHILIM as well. I got my hands on the older tots, young and mature. Yeah, Malifaux's been through a few editions, and they changed from metal minis to really, really nice plastic ones.
Mm-hmm. Pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite
Malifaux?
What's your favorite Malifaux mini that you own?
Nakima's pretty good. Although I think my favorite is
Lilu?
Colette de Bois.
Oh.
Yeah, I like my paint job on Colette.
Lilu.
Lilu.
I like the name Lilu.
Lilu and Stitch.
Exactly. Lucky Fat will workshop this name.
Stephen Withmaham, Jay, I wanted to thank you. I saw your suppressors the other day, and it inspired me to base mine similarly. Mine are Carcharodons, and I'm using partly submerged seashells for a water battle theme. Ooh, that sounds like fun. Steve, did anybody look into the pricing of the Magic the Gathering 40K collaboration? Apparently, the pricing of Games Workshop and Wizards of the Coast combined to make a completely overpriced set of cards, also the deluxe versions.
Interesting.
Is it the new artwork or the same artwork? Did they just like get to use Games Workshop artwork? If I was a betting man, I'd say it's just the normal Games Workshop artwork. Penguin666, no matter what, I'm still going to buy them, especially the Grey Fax and Celestine themed ones. They're some of my favorite characters in the 40K universe. I like Celestine. I have Celestine. I need to paint Celestine.
She's bouncy.
Yes, yeah. It's an interesting model.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about that.
Mm-hmm. A little controversial, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
You're such a big Magic fan, though. It's weird.
I know.
They'd be all over this.
I'm just not feeling it. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, I definitely know what the game is.
Yeah, if anybody wants any like deck strats or stuff or strategies, Nick is the person to talk to.
Yep. Oh yeah. I care about the game. So now that's funny because I don't. I don't care.
Wombi, are there any other alternative miniatures other than Games Workshop? No. There's lots. There's tons. There's other games like Infinity by Chorus Belly, Malifaux by Weird. And then there's tons of companies that make miniatures. Anvil Industries.
You got Mantic too.
Mantic. Yeah, Mantic with Dead Zone, Firefight. Dead Zone is really fun.
It is fun.
This guy's very Darth Maul. Although I guess Darth Maul's tattooed. He's probably not just all red under there. Under his robes. Maybe he is, though. Wouldn't that be fun? He's got like you find out that the black markings on his head are just tattoos, and everything else is bright red.
Mm-hmm.
And we've seen other what species is he? He is a Zebronk, and some of them have interesting colors, and some of them are just kind of just normal colors.
Matthew Cheese Man, there's only 40k. My pile of shame tells me that branching out to another game is a terrible idea.
Tin Man 237, for what I saw, a single commander deck was like $40, which is only like twice as much as a normal deck.
Sounds like a lot.
Brandon Cross Mail, I need to say I don't have a dog, but I have 4 cats. Tin Man 237, hey Jay, have you ever painted black armor by building gray dry brushing with a black wash over top? A few layers of that makes a pretty good effect. Yeah, I've done dry brushing grays. My normal scheme is black airbrush of a like a mid-tone gray, and then a dry brushage, and then sometimes I spray on a black wash on top to dull it if I ended up too gray. And then I show them off, and then the comment section is like, how come your Templars are gray? That's not right. George Jardo, speaking of Darth Maul, Obi-Wan is off to a pretty good start. I won't spoil it, but I'm enjoying it so far. Damn, that's high praise. Pretty good.
Yeah.
That's crazy good for a Star Wars product.
Yeah. It's almost absolutely amazing. Like stunning.
You know, feel, hey Jay, how fine is baking soda? Is it like sand? No, it's like powder. It's like powdered sugar or dust. Christian Riza, I stopped buying models and have begun hand sculpting / recasting using Oyumaru green stuff and polymer clay. They look like shit, but it's fun. But it's mine. Nice. Tin Man 237. I was wrong. The commander decks are $60.
Oh, there you go. That's about right.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, now that I know the price, I think I'm super into it now.
Mm-hmm.
I've never really got into card games. I did have some Yu-Gi-Oh cards because everyone did when I was a kid.
I played Yu-Gi-Oh last year with Lucky Bat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have a what deck do I have? I have a spell deck. I wanted to make a Watt deck, but I couldn't get the stuff. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, very competitive.
Super competitive. So competitive you don't even know what deck you have. You don't even want to tell us what deck because you don't want us to really know your real skills.
Yeah, I mean if I take it to a GT, I want it to be a big surprise. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm feeling okay. Cool. So if I mix with slightly larger grit, it should be a good combo. I don't know. I've heard very mixed things about baking soda. I've put baking soda on bases as snow, and it's turned ever so slightly yellow. I've also used baking soda and super glue on bases, and I've had it do weird things like, I wonder if I have them right next to me. What? Why do they look fine? I swear, like a year ago, it looked like the baking soda had reacted weirdly on these bases, but now it looks great. What the heck? Did I just imagine it? I used baking soda on these bases. Huh. Yeah, it looks fine. Well, no, yeah, I guess baking soda's fine then. I swear at one point it looked kind of like the baking soda had like come to the surface or reacted weirdly with the paint and the age.
Interesting.
Cat cadaver. For like $60, you can buy 3/4 of Gilliman. Is Gilliman not $60? I guess he's 65. Christian Riza, red-rimmed bases. What heresy! Ooh, speaking of heresy, does anybody play Death Guard? I was looking at Death Guard today. Is it reasonable for like to put a Hellbrute in a Death Guard army? Because I was looking at the Hellbrute and I'm like, that's pretty darn cool model.
Oh yeah, did people give suggestions of models to buy?
Yeah, most people were just like, yeah, Terminators are a good pick.
And I saw a bunch of Mortarion. Saw a bunch of comments.
Yeah, I'm definitely not getting Mortarion yet. Maybe ever. It's such a project. Morty. Oh no, wait, why would he? Oh yeah, Morty. Come on, Morty, we gotta go. It's like Rick and Morty.
Oh. Yep.
RTRT, the highest praise a modern sci-fi sequel / prequel or reboot can get is beggars can't be choosers or blame the studio. It's not the CG artist's fault. Or maybe it's just fine. Maybe it's all fine.
Well, I can't stand behind that.
The views expressed in this video do not necessarily reflect the views of EonsOfBattle LLC.
Literally, exactly. I don't want to get canceled on behalf of you.
Mm-hmm. I've enjoyed all the new Star Wars stuff.
Yep. Gareth Mays, you burp like Rick.
It's true.
No, Jay's a Morty. Let's be honest.
Oh, jeez, Rick.
I'm also a Morty. Bagel Paul, is it okay to watch your stream a little bit drunk? Honestly, it's preferred.
Yeah, everybody should be drunk.
Yeah, if you're not, you're missing out.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly.
Stephen William, models for Death Guard. I would wait and buy the box set for Horus Heresy that when it launches next month. No, like a real Death Guard army for 40k. Not this 30k nonsense.
30k, more like schmurdy-k, am I right?
Cat Cadaver. I have a suggestion. Buy the Nurgle Demon Prince. I already did. I like the Nurgle Demon Prince.
Boom.
Troy, Apothecary Terminators are way better. The Grey Knight guys?
In terms of looks?
Daniel Bear, the new Inquisitor show is really good, and I hope they do an Obi-Wan show next. I hope they do an Obi-Wan show? Like a show like Star Wars Obi-Wan for 40K?
You're talking about Interrogator?
Oh, yeah, because it's not an Inquisitor, it's Interrogator.
Yeah. Because, yeah, it is a good show.
Oh, wait, the new Inquisitor show is really good. I hope they do an Obi-Wan show next. I wonder if he's being, like, facetious and is like, there's too much Inquisitor in Star Wars Inquisitor in the Obi-Wan show. Because Inquisitors are a thing in Star Wars, too.
I like the Inquisitor show, and that's called Interrogator. Warhammer Plus. I think it might be my favorite show that they've done. I actually think it's really good. If you want to hear us react to it, we got a video right now up on our Patreon. Came out today. Pretty sick.
Matthew Cheeseman, why is there now a Terminator Apothecary? The only Terminator Apothecary I know of is for Grey Knights. Krishna has nah, dude, Obi-Wan show kicks ass. Boba Fett left a bad taste in my mouth. Boba Fett was fine. It left a bad taste in your mouth. What? Aw, this show with pew-pews and action and adventure sucks. And restored my faith that Disney could make a show without Mando.
Jeez, this is how to trigger J101 right here. Literally.
RTRT, I want Motorian's legs, just the legs. I don't want to paint beautiful, disgusting eyes on his wings to prove my painting chops. Jason M. I drank a 12-pack of White Claw earlier while gardening. This finished up a bubble bath now.
I want your life.
Super non-friendo. They are the same Legion from 30K and 40K now. Yeah, it's the exact same guys, but 10,000 years apart. So in 30K, they're like basically normal. And then in 40K, they're like disgusting mutant monsters.
Right. And better looking and more exciting.
And, yeah, way more cool and interesting. Gamophile, I've planned out my first major project and I'm going to do Vostroyan mechanized infantry, but at least 4,000 points or more. Ooh, very cool. The Vostroyans. The Vostroyan firstborn. Stephen Whitham, for 40k, I'm getting the box for my Kakaradons. They use a lot of older armor. The Chaos Legions also use old-style armors. The Horus Heresy box is a gold mine for easy, good-looking kit bashes. I agree, but I want the cool new stuff. Meaning the old stuff, because the new stuff is Horus Heresy, but the new Horus Heresy stuff is representing very old stuff.
How fun.
All of the Horus Heresy is a retcon. Or not a retcon, but it's kind of a retcon, because it all came about in, 2012. There was some, explanation of what the Horus Heresy was and that there was a big civil war. But really, in 2012 onwards is when they kind of fleshed out what used to be the case in 40k. Moxitron, go back in about 8 years ago, Dark Vengeance box set. But Dark Vengeance also wasn't Nurgle. You might be thinking about Dark Imperium. Dark Imperium would probably be a good get, but I don't have it. I have the Lord of Contagion from Dark Vengeance.
Dark Imperium.
Penguin 666. Was it really fine? It was. It really was. Had some fun world building, fun characters, pew-pews, a seismic charge. I think it was plenty good. Steven Williams, 40 Marines, 10 Terminators, a Dreadnought, and a Spartan. That's how much gold. And the 2 Praetors. Tin Man 237, how do you feel about the fan animation for Hell's Reach? I like Hell's Reach. It was very well done. So well done that Games Workshop reached out to the guy, and I think he's working for the Warhammer TV team. Gamma Field. Oh, that could be fun. Beakies are Night Lords for 40k. Do you mean Raven Guard? Because the Night Lords don't specifically use Mark 6 armor. They could.
Yeah, I think it's all fake. I think it's all made up, to be honest with you.
RTRT. Hey, bro, I got Inquisitor to Inquisition your interrogator so your interrogator can inquire about the Inquisitive Inquisitor. Nick Harris, if you have the Lord of Contagion, no need to get Dark Imperium anymore. Everything else is in the Combat Patrols or the Start Collecting.
Hell yeah.
Maxitron is having an old school metal full Dark Angels company a bit much. No, that sounds awesome. And heavy.
Unless you don't have any money.
Matthew Cheeseman, I suggested to a guy on live stream Horus Heresy couldn't have killed the Big E. He was most upset. I don't know. I mean, Horus did lose against the Emperor, but he mortally wounded him and killed him, basically. So it's hard to say Horus's true power level.
Krishna Raza, EOB team, what is a non-40k related hill that you will absolutely die on? Episode 8 is the best Star Wars movie ever made.
Yes, and tacos are sandwiches.
That's fun because a lot of people just got really mad.
Mm-hmm.
And what's really fun is I don't care, and that's even better.
And suddenly the anger turns to fury. RTRT, I'm looking forward to the r/Warhammer smut drawings of the Horus Heresy box set Praetors. I like the Praetors. I think they're neat. I like the normal the sword guy more than the axe guy.
Sword guy.
Sword guy. Sword.
RTRT, pineapple is a great pizza topping. Deal with it.
I like pineapple on pizza.
I do too. I really enjoy it.
Camulation 777 Emperor has been dead this whole time. I think that would be a fun thing. Like they like, oh, he actually died like 10 minutes after sitting on the golden throne.
He took a golden shit.
Mm-hmm.
Died.
Penguin 66, you think 8 was the best one? How? Fun characters, interesting story, and if you ignore Canto Bite, it's not bad. The pacing's not bad. If you literally just, if you just skip that, like, you know how, like, when you have the DVD, there's, like, chapters? Just skip that chapter.
Yeah. And the sign of a good movie is skipping most of it.
It's only like a quarter.
Great. Good.
Matthew Cheeseman, you're joking. There's no Star Wars 8. There's only 6 Star Wars films. How come the prequels always get a free pass for being awful? Nick RSJ, your next Death Guard purchase should be the hover drones, but with your Under the Sea theme. Ooh, I do want those puppers. I think they're expensive, though. Christian Rise, Greedo shot first. Technically, Greedo never fires. Because Han shoots him in the face. Moxtron, is there a page on Discord where we can post pictures of our army? You can do general.
Well, I mean, is it completed? Then you can post it in EOB complete.
Yeah.
Or you could, if it's not finished, you can put it in work in progress.
Penguin 666, my Star Wars hot take is that for the evening is that Rogue One is the best Star Wars movie ever. I like Rogue One a lot. I saw it twice in theaters. Gareth Mays, I had a coworker who thought the prequels were good. That was a conversation where I had to do a lot of backtracking. I mean, I like the prequels, but they're not good movies. But I like Star Wars, so I deal with it. I deal with I hate sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
I mean, that's just a good, true quote.
Mm-hmm.
Just a fact.
Christian Riza, it's definitely the best modern Star Wars film. Also 7. 7 is basically perfect.
I like 7 a lot.
Mm-hmm. God, remember when we watched every single Star Wars movie back to back and then saw 7?
Yeah. It is pretty insane.
Lucky Bat, the best Star Wars is when the stars did the war.
You know what? Yeah.
Can't argue with that. Try get a real movie, Aliens. I like Aliens too. Although I think Aliens is kind of low on the Alien scale for me. I like the horror movie Aliens. I like Aliens a lot, but I really like Alien, Alien 3, Alien Resurrections.
Alien again. Alien 8.
Mm-hmm. Lucky Bat. All jokes aside, Star Wars is best when Frog Lady is on screen. Camulation 777 can't tell if you're being sarcastic about the Star Wars movies. I like the prequels, but I don't think they're good movies. I think 7 is a fantastic film. 8's not bad. I mean, sometimes it is, because it's got problems. And 9 is a lot of fun and also has some problems. Also, Return of the Jedi, not as great as I remembered. There's a lot of Ewok. Did I say 8? Return of the Jedi is not as good as I remembered.
I think the movies are for kids. Because they are. That doesn't mean that they're bad. That just means that they're for kids. That's good sometimes, because sometimes adults should watch kids movies, but they should expect that they're kids movies. And that's fine.
RTRT, I don't care what anybody says. The Phantom Menace is great. It's my 12-year-old Star Wars film, and the PS1 game was a lot of frustrating fun. Phantom Menace is my favorite prequel.
It is
I just
also my
like the
favorite
Goongas and the pod racing. It's great.
I also like it.
Stephen
I've probably
Williams.
seen that one the most.
Stephen Whitham, Rogue One is the best single Star Wars movie if you're only judging based on the single movie being a self-contained entity. And why wouldn't you? Because they are all individual movies. Chris, Rogue One is a great example of why we need a uniform data storage format. Maxitron, Alien vs. Predator. Alien vs. Predator is a frustrating movie. It's not amazing. The characters are all they need to be. But I don't know, the Alien and Predator movies always kind of had surprisingly interesting characters for being kind of throwaway horror action movie characters. Also, it was PG-13. Like, why? I mean, that was during, like, the decade where nothing was R-rated. Literally nothing.
Ooh, this is a fun one. Penguin 666. I would say that Star Wars has moved to have just a tad younger audience, from 12 to 15 down to 7 to 12, and I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I mean, what are you basing that on? I mean, I feel like the original movies and all the movies are movies where anyone can enjoy them, children or adults. I don't know if they went into it being like, okay, this is going to be for the 12 to 14 demographic. Okay, I gotta drink my coffee. Okay, so this movie we're really gonna try to get at the high school demo. That's why we're gonna have space politics.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, I think you nailed it. I mean, whenever a George voice can be used for something, it's good.
Oh, George. Gareth Mays, I'm going to be honest, I haven't looked at the mini you're painting in an hour. Been busy painting my stuff. That's okay.
Perfect.
It looks the same.
It's red.
Mm-hmm.
Live, laugh, love.
Maxitron merch. I mean, Star Wars has always had like 100% like driven by merchandise.
Right.
The reason that George is a millionaire or a billionaire is because when he made the original Star Wars movie, he made it for cheap. Like, he gave the studio a really, really sweet deal because he held on to the merchandising rights. And they're like, yeah, this movie's gonna suck. So, awesome. And then he ended up making an unbelievable amount of money.
Whoopsies.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine being those execs.
Yeah. The cheese man. An hour of space politics may have been a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
1595, I just burped.
I love it.
Christian Raza, Mr. Plinkett's reviews of the Star Wars prequels is a treasure to behold. Ah, good old Mr. Plinkett. Red Letter Media. Those hack frauds. What's wrong with your face? It's a classic Mr. Plinkett moment. So then Anakin kneels before Monster Mash and prays his allegiance to the Graveyard Smash. Shivox, okay, how about Star Trek? What are your thoughts on that? I've only watched TNG, and I really like TNG.
I've never once cared. Not for me.
I even like season 1 and 2.
I've never once cared.
Some people say to start with season 3, but I think you can't start with season 3 because you miss out on some great Data and Troy stuff. Gareth Mays, what about your views on the Avatar movies, both Last Airbender and the other one? My views of The Last Airbender should never have been made. The Last Airbender. Like the Shyamalan movie? The Shyamalan movie is really, really bad. The animated TV show is one of the best things that's ever been made.
I've never cared once. You just love it.
Gareth Mays, we need some better sci-fi visual media. I mean, honestly, if you want media, you're living in the best time possible because there's like 50 different shows a year in the sci-fi genre every year, like clockwork.
Yeah. I don't know.
RTRT, I love the sci-fi series I enjoy, but I recently turned 30 and I'm coming to terms with my mortality. So while I want to get upset about new Star Trek, I just can't.
Yes. This is how everyone should be.
Mm-hmm.
It's being an adult. That's what that is.
Daz, what camera do you use? To live stream, we use a Logitech Brio webcam.
Hell yeah. One of the most advanced webcams on this side of the Mississippi.
Shivox, Lower Decks is awesome. I've heard really good things about Lower Deck. I mean, one of my favorite... Lower Decks is probably one of my favorite TNG episodes. It's really, really well done. Shivax, I'll put Deep Space Nine on par with TNG. I'm halfway through the first episode of... oh, no, not Deep Space Nine. Oh, no, it is Deep... Yeah, I've watched half of the first episode of Deep Space Nine. It is good. I think I need to watch, like, a lot of it to get into it. Because it's kind of sad when you see the Enterprise fly away and you're like, oh, no. Oh, no, don't leave me with these people. They're all different. Where's Geordi LaForge? Where's Commander Data? That's fine. We don't need Riker. I've never liked Riker.
What a world.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Penguin 666. All I really want is a high quality, high budget TV adaptation of the warm web novel. Would kill and die for it. Sounds like we might be disappointed. You're asking for some pretty specific things.
Yeah.
Not telling. Jay, do you have a link on Amazon or Home Depot for your pine bark chips you use for your flying bases? I am done with Games Workshop's flying stands for interceptors and suppressors. I don't. It's pine bark nuggets. Sometimes it's called orchid potting bark. You probably want to buy it in person so you can see the chunks and know like if these are the right chunks for you.
Right. You maybe want to go to like a plant nursery.
Yeah.
Something like that. It is a little hard to find. which is also why we don't have a link.
Mm-hmm.
It was on Amazon at one point, but we linked to it, and then everyone bought it all, and they've never restocked it or anything.
Game of Feel, if Games Workshop really wanted to sell Warhammer Plus, they would produce a live-action series.
No.
Probably not. I mean, a live-action series would probably cost more than making models. Also, God, why would we want to be live-action? Imagine a Space Marine in live-action. Because Space Marine armor is impossible. Imagine like we've all seen really good Space Marine cosplays, right? And they look great, and then you see them walk. And it all falls apart.
It's a little rough.
Yeah.
It's a little rough.
Yeah, can't do 40K live action. Yeah, also imagine who would prefer, I guess, like, you'd have to do some crazy forced perspective stuff because the Primarchs are all, like, 9 feet tall.
I don't think you can. And it's so grand. It's such a big scale. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's too expensive.
Oh yeah, it'd be way more expensive than like Game of Thrones. And not a tiny fraction of as many people would like it. Just because of like this material.
Field. Anything can happen in Hollywood. Look what they did for the Green Mile. Yeah, but it's not gonna be a Hollywood production.
Yeah. Also, I feel like not everybody knows the Green Mile.
I don't know what that is.
It's a Stephen King novel adaptation with Tom Hanks. It's a brilliant movie, but like my mom doesn't know what the Green Mile is.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's very, very normal for excellent movies to do fine or bad at the box office. Because sometimes really good stuff just has to kind of exist for a while for the right audience to find it. Cheese Man. I like when William T. Riker leaned on stuff. He leans a lot, pretty much everywhere he goes, especially on the bridge. Ooh, swordfish. We sell orchid potting bark at Lowe's. Interesting. I was just at Lowe's and I didn't see any, but maybe I didn't look in the right places.
Maybe different locations have different things.
That's true.
I'm gonna say you didn't look hard enough though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just to the two. Sup, gamers? Sean, go to the flowerers, get mom some flowers, and then probably have some bark and all kinds of cool stuff.
Exactly.
Gareth Mays, it would look like Master Chief from Halo. Yeah, but Master Chief looks a lot better than Space Marines.
But also, Space Marines are way bulkier.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Have you ever seen the short films that people make with those costumes? They're kind of bouncy. It doesn't actually have... It looks physically big, but it doesn't feel physically big.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Jake Doug, the Space Marines would be CGI like Jurassic World. I think you mean Jurassic Park. It's real people, but with pretend other things. Might Lord of the Rings trilogy following Septimus and Octavia would be amazing. I mean, it could be done, but I just don't think 40K has the legs for it. Like, it's not Lord of the Rings. It's not Game of Thrones.
My question is always this: how many people do you think know what 40K is
Mm-hmm.
in the whole world? I don't know, 5 million people?
I think 40K is kind of like a nerd's nerd thing. Like, it's kind of like how there's Lord of the Rings movies, but there's no Silmarillion movie. Because Silmarillion is, like, objectively boring. But if you like it, you like it.
Jay, why do you hate everything that I like?
DJ the Hope Painter, no live action needed, just give us a Stardies project quality and a full movie length feature, I'd be hooked. Yeah, that would be cool. Give me a Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, that movie is dope. That movie is dope. I really like that movie. RT, some settings aren't made for live action, like Picture, the Culture novel series by Ian M. Bank being made into a live action. It's like 40K is something that works in the written word and art. TikTok, you wrong, Jay and Nick, dumb too.
Yeah. I know.
Swordfish. Christopher Tolkien said he would never let them make Silmarillion while he was alive. Interesting. Didn't Tolkien like the Lord of the Rings movies? Scott Hardley. The Horus Heresy series could work if done by, say, HBO or something like that.
It's not going to be HBO.
No. I mean, you know, we have a little bit of evidence, like, you know, Warhammer TV is a couple of YouTubers and some Canadian fellas. That's the sort of budget they're dealing with. Try Edge of Tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Edge of Tomorrow, Live, Die, Repeat. That's a good movie. Good old Tom Cruise. I think its original title, Live, Die, Repeat, was better than Edge of Tomorrow.
Hashtag Top Gun. Anyone see Top Gun?
I didn't see the first one.
You haven't seen the first one?
No. All I've seen is the volleyball scene a lot.
I've seen that one a lot too. I saw it as a kid, so I don't really remember it very, very well. I've heard the new one's good.
I mean, it's fighter pilots. I mean, you know, seems cool.
Planes are cool. I like planes.
Trains and automobiles.
I think there should be more movies about planes. Planes are cool.
Swordfish. No, he's very critical of them. Interesting. Well, see, I think sometimes different artists like are good at different things. Because clearly the Lord of the Rings movies are very good. And maybe if Tolkien was in charge of making the movies, they wouldn't be as good. Because Tolkien is not a movie director.
If I wrote a really popular book series, I would let anyone do anything to it. Ruin it, do whatever.
Absolutely.
So I could have money.
Anything.
I would not care. Just would not care.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did the check clear? Great. That's all. That's what,
Yep.
that's what I'd be worried about.
Scott Hartley, I'm aware that they make bank. They're cheap, but you know that they make bank. They just need to spend it. You know, I bet Games Workshop doesn't make crazy money because I would love to know how it works because like the Black Library makes money, but does the Black Library almost exist as a separate company? Like, can they dip into the miniature fund to produce more Black Library novels? Does Warhammer TV do they take Warhammer TV profits and put them into like Warhammer, like all other content things? Does 30K have to make its own money, or is Age of Sigmar? It's very interesting because they have so many different projects. I'd love to know how it works. A couple of days ago, Arbiter Ian published a really interesting video where he and his friend Mira looked at The Infinite and the Divine, the Necron book. And they actually had like a 40-minute interview with the author. And it was really interesting. He talked about how he had written a little. He had like written some stuff for like magazines and things. But apparently Black Library like accepts just scripts. Like people can just write things and submit it. And he thought that everybody probably submits 40K and Age of Sigmar stuff. So he wrote some stories for Blood Bowl. And that's kind of how he got their attention. And then once he was in, they offered him to write a Necron novel. And then they like sent him like codexes and books and all sorts of material. And then he just wrote the book.
Wow. Okay, so that means that if I want to be a part of the Black Library stuff, I should write a Warhammer erotica book.
Yes.
That could maybe work out. That would get some attention. Like, what if it was really well written?
Yeah.
I wonder if they would, like,
I mean, Age of Sigmar kind of has like their horror series. Maybe you could start their erotica series.
You know what? They gotta take out the old typewriter and get to work.
Shivak, to do 40K justice, you would have to do the grim dark universe with all of the religious, xenophobic, depressing atmosphere, and I think that would turn a lot of people off. Yeah, it's a good point. Shivak, good for books. Arbiter Ian does something about that. What to do about the Imperium. Good for books. Arbiter Ian does something about that. What to do about the Imperium. He did do a video about what to do about the Imperium. I think a lot of people took that video the wrong way, though, because his suggestions were all things that already exist. I think he just kind of meant, like, highlight them more. Like, highlight the Imperium being bad to good people and stuff like that. Because a lot of people, I think, saw that video and they thought, like, he wants to change everything.
Yeah, because we can't have that.
Mm-hmm. RDRD, guys like Jay just said, well, I'm going to paraphrase a bit, but this hobby we're in is far more niche and nerdy than we think. I mean, Warhammer is far more nerdy than Marvel, DC, Star Wars, Star Trek. I agree.
Yes. To paint miniatures is a big ask. We've learned that very much recently with our the 40K or the 24-hour night video, because it did very well and it crossed into normal YouTube.
Yeah.
Where people commented, "I don't know what this is, and this is dumb." And there's kind of a lot of comments that were that. And then there were some comments where like, "I don't know what this is, but this is sick." But yeah, to most people, it is dumb.
Lucky Bat. Also, if your books are good and the movies are bad, you're still the hero. Absolutely.
Right. Take the money. Who cares? Who cares? And it's not going to tarnish the legacy. That's like the dumbest argument in the whole world.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows it's different people.
Matthew Cheeseman, I like Watchmen. It's a seriously good film, but unanimously panned. I like the Watchmen movie, too. I like them both. I like the book and the movie. It's weird, because in a way, it's like a shot-for-shot remake, but in another way, they're very different. I think that they're both good. I almost like the movie ending better than the book's ending. It's at least more clear what happens, but the book ending works very well in a comic book. Swordfish. He was very upset by the choices they made in the third movie, mostly the lack of the Houses of Healing and the major changes in Faramir's character. Interesting. Yeah, it's also hard to see. It's hard to see your baby in someone else's hands.
Take it. How much money? Take it.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't care at all either.
I wouldn't care. Nope.
Like, oh, you changed everything? Awesome.
Perfect. Again, that check? Did it happen? Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm. Sick.
Oh, who's the director? John Carpenter. John Carpenter once got asked at like a convention, do you ever get upset when people remake your movies? And he goes, no, never, because I just put my hand out and a check falls into it.
Yeah. 1000% true. Hard to complain.
Mm-hmm. Gareth Mays. Okay, here's my 40K movie pitch. A normal world where NIDs attack, the guard scrambles to make a suitable defense to make time for the population to evacuate. Yeah, I mean, that just sounds like one of the books. I think one of the tricky things, though, about the books is a lot of the Black Library books kind of depends on the audience already knowing stuff. Like, what's a Necron? What's a Gene Stealer? What's the Imperium like? And sometimes that leads to confusion.
Yeah. Yeah, like I don't think they could ever sell those books at like an airport. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what the hell is this?
You can barely find them at Barnes & Noble.
Yeah.
Region 95. Nick knows erotica.
Oh yeah. I think I could write a good erotica.
Scott Hartley. Everything was to get new customers, and they didn't care as much for existing because new customers spend more. I mean, yeah, that's how business works.
Good old business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unless you run like a magazine subscription service, you kind of always want to get new customers. RTOT, I think Black Library is a separate publisher that's owned by Games Workshop. I mean, they have writers who are independently working outside of Warhammer, like Adrian Tchaikovsky.
Tchaikovsky?
Oh, Tchaikovsky. Yeah.
I didn't. Jeez, man, my local library is massive and stocks a total of 0 Black Library books.
Sometimes you can request stuff and then they have to buy it. I did that at my local library a couple times.
Buy the book for me. You do have to get on your knees quite a bit, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a awkward process.
Scott Hartley, I have a lot of success on Twitch painting. Hmm.
Lucky bad, I ordered a book from Spain from our library. Jeez, what a nerd. Am I right?
Oops, that was way too much water. And by water, I mean odorless paint thinner.
Woby, start the viewer as a space marine. Start the viewer as a space marine as a child.
As a terrible, feral, monstrous child who gets picked up by some space marines and then trained into a space marine. NPF6, yo, what up, my glib globs? Gareth Mays, what are people's opinions on the Ready Player One movie? I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either. You know what, though? Don't think I would like it. Looks like it'd be fun, and I don't like that. Yucky.
Chum diggity. I just finished my Black Legion colored Thousand Suns kill team, and I'm hyped to play the game. Where do you recommend getting the rule book and compendium that isn't going to break my wallet? Well, there's reports out there that there is a website called Warhammopedia, which has all of the rules for kill team beautifully laid out. I've heard that on the street. But obviously what you should do, instead of just going to warhammopedia.com, is go to a Games Workshop brick and mortar retailer and buy like $200 of books that you need to check FAQs to see if anything has changed in them.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely
Don't go to Warhammopedia.
Yeah, you shouldn't look at any resource that has everything for free online actually done better than Games Workshop.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, down with Warhammopedia.com is what I say.
Exactly. Jeez, you're so brave. You're really brave.
I just respect intellectual property law. Oh, Burton, stumbled across your channel about a month ago, and I got me interested into the hobby. Thanks so much for the content. Really love it. Just attempting to paint my first miniature. Damn! Nice! What miniature? Power Surge, why don't you be the guy that brings a Gundam to Golden Demon unless people already do that? I don't think a Gundam would work because it's not 40k. I think even in open category stuff has to be 40k. I guess if you somehow took a Gundam and kit bashed it into a recognizably 40k thing, that would probably work.
Yeah, that's because they hate the fans, I believe.
Mm-hmm. RTRT, unpopular opinion here. When I read Eisenhorn as a young lad back in the day, it was so good. Reread it as a better read. Oh, ho, ho, so pretentious adult, and it was kind of like meh. I'm not the biggest fan of Eisenhorn. It's fine. It's probably better than what's it called? Indominus, which is a 40k novel. That's just like very vanilla. But
Hi, I am created to sell models.
Yeah. Troy, the Macros fighter robot jet would go cool in that kit bash. Shivox, the Beckwin series is starting out nice. I've heard that Beckwin and Ravenor series are great. Which is interesting because Beckwin and Ravenor don't really get much to do in the Eisenhorn trilogy. Like, they're there, but they don't do that much, and so it's interesting that they're getting their own series. But maybe they'll be better, because I do like Beckwin more than Eisenhorn. She's just got more going on. Although I've heard there's like weird stuff with like they make a clone of her that goes on adventures, and I'm like, why can't it just be the person? But maybe it's cool. Maybe they have a really, really good reason.
Want to hear your secret? I'm gonna assume no.
Jump diggity. Okay, no Warhammopedia. Got it. As a matter of fact, I'll buy 4 copies of the rulebook and 5 compendiums. Because 4 plus 5 equals 9, and 9 is Zinch's number, so that he makes my Thousand Suns never lose. There is a spider that lives under my my painting surface, and every now and then he just likes to peek out.
Mm-hmm. Adorable. Is it a tarantula?
No, it's just a little wolf spider. He's too small to bite me, so I don't care. Gareth Mays loved Eisenhorn, hated Indominus. I didn't love Indominus, but there was the really, I thought all the stuff from the Necron perspective was actually pretty cool, especially the stuff from the Necron Destroyers. I mean, it's probably the very first time we've ever gotten a point of view character of a Destroyer Lord. Tinman327, are you hyped for any of the 3 new 40k video games coming out soon? I don't know what they are, except for Space Marine 2, and I'm excited for Space Marine 2. I like Space Marine 1.
Shill.
Shill. We actually went to shill school. That's why we're so good at it.
Yeah, shills are us.
Yeah, we read the classics like Once Upon a Shill.
Yeah. Huckleberry Shill.
Yeah. You know, the Shills of Wrath.
Oedipus Shill.
1980 Shill.
Yep. Where the Red Ferns Shill.
You know, the classic Shakespeare's like Oshillo.
Amazing. Lucky bet. Shill Nye, the Games Workshop guy.
Bill Nye plays Warhammer.
Oh, yeah. Bill Nye, the Shill guy. Shill.
Gareth Mays, I will say that the Necron bits were cool, but I just can't get over the blueberries. Oh, the blueberries.
Yeah, they're blue, and that's disgusting.
Camofield, their shill be blood. All quiet on the western shill.
I mean, really, we could do this all day.
Wambi, do you have any ideas for a custom Space Marine chapter? No. I could probably come up with something. Lucky Bat, War and Shill. Chavox, War, Romeo and Shilliot. I thought of that one too, but I couldn't make Shilliot work.
I didn't know we had so many poets and heroes here.
Godzilla.
Godzilla.
I love that most of these don't even make any sense. Power Surge. So I came in running to the Discord a couple of days ago about Vallejo. I was at one of our biggest local stores here in Portland and was informed that Vallejo is over. I hope it ain't true, though. Boy, I doubt it. I have heard that there's weird stuff going on in the paint industry, but Vallejo is pretty big. I could probably find this out in 5 seconds.
Vallejo being over. We got a man on the inside. We could ask him too.
That's true.
But yeah, let's do a little precursor lookup.
Welcome. The experience and knowledge accumulated in the elaboration of artists' colors over the last 45 years is the most valued asset of our company. Website looks normal. I don't know, maybe they have like an emailing list or a something. Maybe that person was telling you that they're not stalking Vallejo in a very cryptic way. Christopher has a William Shakespeare. Sean, shipping from Europe is getting difficult for companies/corporations. Yep, I definitely believe that. Biggie Booty, I haven't been keeping up with your live streams. What mini are you painting? I am painting a Malifaux model called Lilu, which is a demon fella. Oh, and I got paint all over his clothes.
Lilu.
I mean, I got paint all over everything, but I got the wrong type of paint on the clothes.
Lilu. Lilu, more like Lee Poo.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right, everybody?
Mm-hmm.
We should just message Vallejo.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, I heard you're shutting down. What?
Now we should just report it to Miles' memories.
Yeah. That's real journalism.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, lying works really well in journalism.
This is true.
I got paint all over my hands.
Lilu.
Lilu.
Power Surge. I emailed Vallejo in English and Spanish, both. There you go. That's a good way to get a response, I'm sure.
Well, can a space marine get stranded on a planet? I mean, I suppose it'd probably be hard because they have communication devices in their helmets. There's not very many of them, so people would probably notice that they're gone. But I suppose like if the Space Marines thought they were dead and that their armor and body were beyond recovery, because Space Marines go crazy out of their way to recover armor and dead Space Marines because of the gene seed, and that they don't necessarily, it's not easy to make more Space Marine armor. So it'd be very hard. I could see though a situation kind of like in Astartes, if a Space Marine gets like magical warped to a planet in who knows where, then yeah, he could totally be stranded.
Who'sville?
Who'sville. And the Space Marines down in Who'sville. Who'sville, more like Snoozeville.
Yeah. Nice. Biggie Booty, you have a big butt.
Mm-hmm.
George Gazzardo, I'm finally biting the bullet, and I'm repainting my Metal Elder Guardians from 2nd edition. These soft details are going to kill me!
I've been on a little bit of an old hammer kick. Since last night, I was reading the 2nd edition Space Marine Codex. I was like, these models are charming in a way. That might be a fun way to do Horus Heresy, is instead of buying just new models that look basically the same, get the old stuff. Jay, there's a lot of differences between the modern Rhino and the 30K one. The 30K one has circle-shaped doors on the side of the box. instead of square-shaped doors on the side of the box. The only thing is, it's very easy to get old Space Marine bodies, like the old metal Space Marine bodies. Really hard to get arms and backpacks, because those are plastic and they break off and they get lost.
Mm-hmm.
Camo Field, I always feel like I'm getting extra fries in a bag. I get that extra fries in a bag feeling when I get a couple extra bases in my Games Workshop kits. Nice. Yeah, sometimes that happens. I wonder if like they, because I think the bases are made in different places than the minis, and so I wonder if they just like, yeah, make us bags of like 3, 5, and 10, and we'll just make it work.
Looking at the Vallejo news, they have this kind of interesting article. It's nothing about it being done, but apparently one of their first projects that they did, I didn't really read it this hard, is that they used it for used the colors for Disney animation, in, like the 20s. Is this true? Maybe it's later.
Biggity Booty, talking about the Horus Heresy. Who's your favorite Primarch? I really like Dorn, although I have, oh, there's a spider again. I have...
eat it. Eat the spider on stream. People, donate money for Jay to eat the spider on stream.
I have Horus. I don't know if I can catch him.
Right. I guess we're just lying now. But how much? How much would you eat that spider for?
$50. Can't catch him though. Well, I don't know. I mean, he's so little. It'd be so hard though. Like it's a spider like the size of like a baby M&M. I guess I would have to like hold it up. I guess I could hold it up to the camera, and then you guys can look at the webcam and see that there's no cut, or I don't just pretend to eat it. Can we name him the Spider? Can we call him Toby? Yes, Toby the Spider. Toby. I'm looking at him right now. He's on the microphone.
Jeez, Louise. Louise is a good painter.
Louise is a very good painter. Pescadores, feed the spider. Like, I can't catch him. Excuses. Ooh, right? Speaking of excuses to not paint, you guys want to see the Primarch Horus? I kind of want to look at him too, because I might make a video about him soon.
George, you gotta be nice to Toby. Cake the Bandit. Just to make sure, $50 right to eat the spider? I don't think he's gonna eat the spider for $50. Literally chicken out. He's chickening out. I don't think he wants to eat the spider like a loser.
Alright, this is Horus. I don't know how much this model is, like $140. Primarch Horus, erection achieved.
Have you taken a look at him yet?
I've taken a little peek. Here's the card. Really kind of a low res picture. You can see like the The letters are all pixelated. You know, though, they did the best. Good old Forge World.
It's Forge World. That's
Literally,
the best
usually you
printing that
get
they have.
usually you get like a desktop inkjet printer instructions.
Yep. Nothing but quality from the old Forge World.
It opened up a little. Angel Heraldez painted this model. Unbelievable. He probably has the best painted one in the world that he just did. Oh, Toby's gone from that spot. I wonder where he's at.
Why'd you eat him off camera?
Big old base. And then this eagle head is the topper for the 40 millimeter that he sits on. So the 40 millimeter goes here, and then this goes here. Ooh, it fits kind of nicely. It's a big old base with a nice seam running up the eagle.
Yeah.
That's what you get. That's what you get with Forge World. Lucky Bat. Oh my gosh, live unboxing.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Umana. Humble Bumble has a bunch of cool stuff. STLs for sale. If there's a site, I can have these printed out at different scales. My local library will, but it's at an unusable quality. You're going to true scale the Primarch. They already are true scale. DDD 4101. I really wish they shifted the Primarchs to plastic. You know, resin is the Primarchs are really the only thing that makes sense to do in resin, because resin is finer quality than plastic when you're doing stuff like this, like really, really fine detail. Oh, there's an awful seam running up his leg. I mean, it's not the worst, but that wolf, there's like a wolf symbol on his leg, and that's going to be a little tricky to recover. Other than that, though, he looks really nice. The fur looks really nice.
Mm-hmm.
On the wolf. He's not that big. Let me go grab a Primaris Marine. Okay, he's substantially bigger than the Primaris Marine. God, he must tower over regular Marines. I mean, regular Marines probably come up to his dick.
You said dick.
Gareth Mays. Well, this is it, folks. EOB has sold out, and they're now an unboxing channel. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Let's take a look at the other bits. The bits and bops. Ooh, his giant power fist, his mace. Ooh, the mace looks like it casted really nicely for what it is. I mean, God, imagine casting that.
Yeah.
That's rough. Jump Diggity, I like the Puerto Rabo model. A buddy and I are planning on splitting the new Horus Heresy box, and I want to do Iron Warriors. Iron Warriors are cool. Everybody loves the Iron Warriors. Oh, I'm getting oil paint all over them because it's on my hands. Because oil paint is messy. That's okay. I need to scrub this guy with alcohol anyway to get the mold release stuff off.
Wow, you got it on his dick.
Yep.
A little dick paint.
Mm-hmm. He's pretty nice though. Yeah, this will be interesting. I think I'm gonna go all out on this guy because I should. I'll have a Primarch, and you know what? For only like $4,000, I could get the other 18.
Honestly, it's a deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have never understood when people complain about the prices.
Yeah, not at all.
I mean, what? You don't want it to be a great deal?
Get with me. All right, I'm headed out for the night, folks. Good night.
All right.
Biggity bootity. Damn, Horus just got wet. His power fist. Yeah, his power fist is good. There's some flashing here, which I'll have to really pay very careful attention to see what's correct and what's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I like to think that his Stormbolter is exactly a normal Stormbolter, just two shots rapid fire, strength 4. It's just really bad.
Guaranteed.
I almost want to make him Nice Horus from pre-Horus Heresy.
What would that entail?
I'd have to check. There's like skulls on his cape though. I feel like I would have to get rid of the skulls, and that might be it. I don't know if they really talk about what color his armor is. I could see. Damn, I didn't realize his cape was so much. There's like I guess there's the rest of the giant wolf. Yeah, and then there's skulls. Skulls with the heresy symbols on them. So yeah, those skulls might have to go. Interesting. Ooh, and there's a big something wrong right there. There must have been a little damage to the mold. And so there's like a nipple right in the middle of his cape.
Oopsies. Yeah, but somebody expected that, and they're like, eh. They can do it. They can take that off.
Mm-hmm. So that dude at 88 just got back from a barbecue. A barbecue.
BBQ.
RTRT, Purdy Robbo is one of the best older Primarch kits and the overall best Primarch kits. Treasure Jardo, is Horus really an elite space marine if he doesn't have a dick towel? I think not. Yeah, he doesn't have a dick towel, does he? Where's the little picture? Little card.
What's
No, he has some dick towels.
Okay, well that's good.
Yeah. He got just a little dick towel. You know, his head looks a lot like Bill Nye. Like the British actor Bill Nye. Except for he's not as thin. His face is thicker. But yeah, this is a dick towel. It's like a Roman leather strips.
Thick strips.
Mm-hmm. Chump diggity. His armor was white. Yeah. White armor Horus. Like day 1 of the Horus Heresy. Before he's repainted his armor. Oh, Toby just poked out.
$50.
RT. Excuse me, it is a Kami bolter. Ooh, you might be right. Where'd it go? Yeah, it probably is a Kami bolter. Storm bolters are 2 bolters stuck together. Kami bolters are 2 bolters stuck together.
Right.
But they are different. The Kami bolters are literally 2 bolters stuck together, where storm bolters are 2 bolters that were always made to be together.
Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why you had to explain that to people. We all knew.
Sean, maybe Horus is supposed to have a cape nipple. You know, I hadn't thought of it. Could be. Damn, that cape must be hard to cast too.
Yep. Jeez, I just imagine, when they're pouring the resin, they're just smoking cigarettes and just like, yeah, we'll see what happens. And they sound like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I might do day one Horus Heresy.
Heresy, day 1.
Mm-hmm. Jump digging. It went from white to dark green to black. Then when he went hardcore into the Chaos Kool-Aid. Interesting. Something to that 88. It doesn't have a dick towel because Horus is a dick towel.
RT, can you catch Toby and cast him in blue stuff and not kill him, please?
I think blue stuff would crush him pretty good.
Yeah. I would say so.
Interesting. Horus looks pretty good.
It's all that heresy.
Yeah. In his cataphracti armor. Jay, that's actually Artificer armor. Well, what is Artificer armor? It's fancy Space Marine armor. Sean, I assume you got instructions. I don't think so. Yeah, no instructions.
Probably only goes together one way, right?
Yeah, I mean, arms go on the armholes. Head goes in the head hole.
Head hole.
Head hole, shoulders, knees, and toes. Ooh, there's an extra chunk of rock. I suppose this isn't extra. I bet this is necessary.
Hey, gotta put that rock in there.
Mm-hmm. Neato. God, how long would this guy take to paint? A long ass time. Especially to do it well. I mean, I could paint it in a few seconds. Just spray paint.
Mm-hmm.
I could get him battle ready. 3 colors and up. Oops. This needs to go in there too. Sure. I'm pretty sure Horus originally wore orange armor. You know what? I bet you're right. Ooh, good old Horus the War Master. This is not a toy. Made in the UK.
Kind of a toy.
Yeah, it is kind of a toy.
I mean, it's not a toy.
Mm-hmm.
They like to pretend.
Yeah. I gotta work on that before the 30K hype dies down.
That's true.
Where's the 40mm base? I lost his base. That's fine. It's just a crappy base. I'm gonna replace it with a Cobalt Keep one.
Cobalt caps.
Cobalt Cap.
Keep that cobalt. Yeah, you can get 20% off display cases, which is pretty damn good.
Yeah, that's really good.
We could believe that it was 20% off. Yeah, for a couple weeks still. All display cases.
DDDD 4101. The Giga Chad was based off of Horus.
Guaranteed.
Sean, what the F? So I pay a fortune and then have to figure it out on my own? Cannot see going Forge World. Yeah, I bet in the near future we see Forge World change from selling a lot of things to basically just the Primarchs and Titans, and that's it. And Games Workshop takes over selling all the kits.
Yeah.
Yeah, Games Workshop has recently taken over making the accessory bits for Necromunda. They're making all of the kits for 30K. I mean, I think their days are numbered.
Again, it's also imagine like a new person wants to get into it.
Yeah.
You have to discover what Forge World is. It should just be on the website. Doesn't really make any sense.
RTRT. Excuse me, it's a collectible figure.
Yeah, a toy.
Treasure Shredder. I love how careful they are to avoid shipping damage. Production damage is apparently just fine. I mean, it is what it is. You know, I bet me and like 4 other people got a nipple on their cape because the mold's deteriorating a little bit.
Little nipple cape.
Rose Bipsha. Hey Nick, is your terrain also resin friendly?
I mean, you could. A lot of it you could, but you probably wouldn't want to. I mean, it'd be such a pain. Some of the stuff's really big. It also depends on how big your printer is, because if it's like it's a Photon Mono X, like one of the bigger printers with a bigger print bed, you probably have a lot easier time with it. But then with the if you have a smaller bed, I mean, you're gonna have to slice all those models apart.
Barker, the upgrade kits for the new Horse Heresy box seem to be resin still. Really? I thought they looked very plastic to me when Games Workshop showed them off. Warhammer Community. So they're putting 60 little resin guns in a box? Seems unlikely. There it goes. Biggity booty, can Vulcan spit fire? I don't think so. Wombi, what do you need to make my own chapter besides the cool backstory? Space Birds are awesome. That's all you need. You just need to come up with it. George Godard, is it safe to assume that the same people doing quality control at Forge World also do quality control for their video game division? I mean, yeah, there's nobody at Games Workshop who makes video games. There's a licensing department that can license out the Games Workshop intellectual property to video games.
Yes, but the joke is funny, though.
Yeah. Oh, Toby just climbed on my hand.
Eat it!
Climb off my hand. There we go.
You could have ate it.
This set of 11 detailed resin heads. Okay, so we got resin heads. After this, you'll nice sculpted pauldrons to further reinforce your dedication to the Great Horse Heresy. Lupercal, feast your eyes on these. Originally known as the Eye of Terror, the ominous symbol once represented the watchful gaze of the Emperor himself. Now the eye belongs to the War Master, and it's watchful in a rather less comforting way. Both sets will be up for pre-order soon, along with the Imperial Fist counterparts. It didn't say. Wait, maybe it says 10 Legion specific upgrade parts for Horus Heresy Space Marines, Sons of Horus shoulder pads. Doesn't say what the shoulder pads are made out of. It said that the heads are resin. What about the guns, though?
Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
Ooh, Toby's on camera! Toby's on camera, everybody! Wait, is
I'm
it?
excited. Oh, yep.
It's Toby.
Look at him go. George Giordo. Jay, well, actually, my joke. Eat it.
Oh, there he goes. Meow.
Diggity booty. Let him bite you. I agree.
J Fox, tomorrow Jay will have Spider-Man powers. Absolutely. Biggity booty. Who's the thickest Primarch? This question has kept me up at night. Probably. I don't know. None of them are that big.
Magnus.
Magnus is pretty big. He's kind of. He's not thick though. I mean, he's got what he needs, but I don't know if he's got enough to really be thick.
Magnus.
Yeah, probably Magnus.
I like Magnus. I like Magnus the Red.
Mm-hmm. Jeez, Toby is really active.
Yeah, hamming it up.
Lucky Bat. Hi, Toby. Chum diggity. I kind of want to do a Death Company kill team. I don't know how good that would be, but a Berserker melee squad sounds fun. You could totally do, if you want to use some Khorne Berserker models and then use the, what's the kill team called? The Crusaders? The Renegades? Heretics? What are the Chaos Phase Marines called?
Legionaries?
Legionaries. Yeah, if you want to use the Legionary rules. Because I think you can pretty much give them all close combat weapons. Fox, we see Toby, but you don't get to see your dog.
Yeah. You gotta pay extra for that.
Biggie booty, let him bite you. He's too small to bite me.
To be honest with you, I mean, if you really want to see some dog action, you got to join that Patreon.
That's true.
Let's just say Jay's dogs are super naughty during our our review show. Talking about people's models.
Sean, LMAO, he's a funny little mascot. Ooh, Champ Diggity. Vulcan had stated that he got another foot or foot and a half on all the Primarchs. Yeah, that's true. Vulcan is huge. So yeah, Vulcan is thick. RTRT. Magnus needs a Magnum XXL for all his thick red power. Oh no, Death Company or Blood Angels, right? Yes! Yeah, they're Blood Angels suffering from the red thirst. From the dude at 88. You put a dog behind a paywall?
They actually decided to be behind a paywall.
Yeah.
All on their own.
Yeah, every video I ask them, do you want to be in this video? And then they just kind of stare at me and they never say anything.
Yeah, it's really rude.
Gamma Field, Red Thirst, Thick Magnus. Annie Crimson, glad I could catch the stream in time. Just got home from a lovely weekend with a couple of cuties who are somehow even bigger nerds than me. Also, hey everyone. Hi.
Hello. Oh, nerds. So it kind of sounds like Andy Crimson got actually it all day today. I could only assume.
Oh no? Devastation of Baal has some great Death Company moments. Ooh, neat. So does Angels of Death on Warhammer TV. Well, not Death Company moments, but like Red Thirst moments.
Why are they so thirsty?
Mm-hmm.
Just drink water.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know what the big deal is. Andy Crimson, we knowing Hoy the Doing and watched the 1990s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie. They were both quoting it verbatim, and I thought I was having a stroke. Biggity Booty, can you smash or pass on the Primarchs? Magnus, Dorn, and Horus are smash. I think pass on everybody else.
Yeah.
They're the only cool ones.
Speaking of being cool, I'm gonna pee. I'll be right back.
Gammafield, if the rhinos are rockin', don't come a knockin'. Ooh, Toby's looking at me. What's your plan here, buddy? Oh no, have you seen Sanguinius' cheekbones? Of course, you're thirsting for him. The problem with Sanguinius is he's part of a diorama where he's stabbing a giant demon, but they stopped selling the giant demon. So now it's just Sanguinius angelically 2 feet off the ground, like stabbing the ground. It doesn't work. It doesn't work that well, in my opinion. Rose Biepsje. I've never played Space Marines, but do most chapters use the same basic Space Marine models and are painted differently? Or am I missing something? Yeah, they all use the exact same models, except Blood Angels and Space Wolves have a couple of unique models. So does the Black Templar. But yeah, for the most part, all Space Marine kits are completely interchangeable, and all the chapters use the exact same stuff. DDD 4101. Fulgrim is the #1 smash. DDD 4101. Morty is probably the biggest pass. Any Crimson Smash. Lionel Johnson, Fulgrim, Lehman Russ, Sanguinius Magnus, and Corvus Corax. You're forgetting Dorn. Oh, Dorn. Oh, horny Dorny. DDD 4101. Y'all forgetting Vulcan too. Andy Crimson. Dorn uses too much protection for my test. That's a good point. He is the siege master.
I peed.
Sean, I still like Lehman Russ, even though he's kind of a drunken ass. Jump Diggity. Dorn, aka Lesser Perturabo. Biggity booty. Gilliman. What about the boys in blue? Nobody likes Gilliman. Gilliman's boring.
This is true. DDD 4101. Dorn's pretty boring too.
Nah, Dorn is awesome.
George Gerardo. Nobody was mean to Nick while he was gone. Is that good or bad? Everybody knows where their place is. That's what that means.
Mm-hmm.
The good old-fashioned Magnus.
Mm-hmm.
Just be a good time.
Andy Crimson, the Lion, because that emo guy would get his cheeks clapped. Fulgrim, because of all the BDSM. Sanguinius is basically a vampire. Magnus and his psychic abilities would be mind-blowing.
Yeah.
And Quirix, because I always liked the crow. Oh no, Gilliman slander is rife.
Brett.
Sean, I bet accountants really like Gilliman. Games Workshop knows they're nerds.
That is for sure.
I would love to know what, like, how popular the Primarchs are. Like, which ones are the most popular, which ones are the least popular. We had a video, but I feel like people mostly pretty evenly disagreed with me about everything I said.
Yep. Imagine that happening.
Mm-hmm.
I know. You wouldn't believe it, but people disagree. DJ Danja, I am indeed an accountant who likes Gilliman.
Yeah.
Found him. Get him. Oh no, that computes. I'm a politics and business degree. I love Gilliman. Yeah.
Reboot Gilliman. Yeah, I feel like Horus is barely even considered a Primarch. I feel like most people think of him as like a different thing because it's the Horus heresy. It's Horus's heresy.
Right. Oh no, Horus is a cry mark.
Oh my goodness, how did Toby get on my light?
Toby the light spider.
Mm-hmm.
Toby.
He's looking at me.
What's your least favorite thing about Toby?
I don't know. I wish you'd just pick a spot and like stay there.
Is he bothering you?
A little bit. I mean, he's right under my hands.
I mean, there's one way to end all of this. Take out that bib.
Biggity Booty, what was your favorite character in all of 40K?
Steve.
Yeah, I don't know. There must be characters I like. I guess Helbrecht from the Black Templar, although Helbrecht's kind of a dick. Shivox, I think you might have more than one spider, Jay. No, it's the same spider. He was Primarch of the Loser Wolves. Ah! DDD 4101 hated Helbrecht. Grimaldus was a G. Yeah, Grimaldus is pretty good. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the characters are not like characters. Like I like there's characters in books and stuff, but like the on the tabletop, there's just nothing. Like they're just there.
They're just bros.
Yeah, there's models.
Memories.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Trazine is really awesome. Orcon the Diviner. I'm gonna go with Trazine. He's fun. He likes to collect stuff.
Mm-hmm. Cobalt Capt.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff has been Cobalt Capt. I like Gazgul.
Yeah, good old Gaz.
She does a good
I wish I
thing.
could remember the name of that silly planet.
You just gotta watch
Planet
Conflict
Balls
Gavin
or Us or
Plus.
something.
Gotta watch Conflict Gavin Plus in a couple weeks. Yeah, I don't remember. I feel like it was something kind of like that, but I think it was penis related. Penile. I don't know. Yeah, that's the kind of quality entertainment that you can get from Conflict Gavin Plus.
DDD 4101, what's the difference between Karn and a blender? Samuel Larkin, in your opinion, what are the best sets to be the Emperor's Children? Boy, there's not a lot of good stuff. I guess the rock and roll guitar guy. Although I feel like the rock and roll guitar guy is just kind of a for fun model. Like I don't think that the Emperor's Children actually carry guitar bolters. I suppose they could. The ancient resin upgrade sprue is pretty bad. I guess you got to get that Fabio guy. He can be your warlord from Age of Sigmar.
Fabio.
The cultists actually I think would look really, really good for Emperor's Children. The new ones coming out, they have a lot of bear skin. And you know what's kind of interesting is that they in Warhammer Plus in the Sisters of Battle episode of Hammer and Bolter, they based cultists off of those designs, the Blackstone Fortress designs. So I wonder if there was a little inside knowledge that those are the cultists are gonna look like, because the old cultists looked a little bit different. They were more like guys in cloaks.
Mm. Flipping a dude at 88. Stop like game night. Stop.
RT. Emperor's Children don't carry guitar bolters. Jay the Killer are fun. I mean, I guess they could.
Yeah, why don't you believe in fun? It's a little suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
Beady Booty, what was your favorite thing that the Big E, the Emperor, did when he was still alive?
I don't know.
I believe there was a twerk battle, and that's how he became the Emperor.
Yeah, I suppose unifying humanity was like a neat little, thing he did.
Lame.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, other than that, like, what did he really do?
Twerk battle.
Mm-hmm.
Working and twerking.
Mm-hmm. Something did he did killing Horus. That's true. He did that. Emperor just needs to die. I mean, what's left? He's just gonna.
Emperor needs to die.
What? He's just gonna be almost dead forever?
Yes. 40k end times.
Mm-hmm. It'd be kind of cool if they'd like just made a non-canonical like comic book or something about 40k end times. That could be really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Just test the waters.
Yeah, I feel like they probably couldn't do an end times because they would be worried that people would be like, no,
Mm-hmm.
they butchered it.
That's not what happened.
Right.
And then if people turned out people love it, they could just do it.
Right. But it's different. It's not what it felt like as a kid. It's different.
DDD 4101, for all of his infinite power, genius, wealth, influence, and psychic might, the Emperor really was a moron. Yeah, I mean, I think it is telling that half of his children turned on him with the intention of murdering him. Vox, they can hype 40k end times for over a year and kill it and start Age of Emperor as the Age of Emperor as a game.
See? Perfect.
I know
plan.
the Canadian fellas. Mini Wargaming had a really, really cool narrative campaign where it was the 40k end times and all of the races are fighting the Tyranids, and the Tyranids have have won the galaxy basically. And so the last groupings of the races in 40k. Ooh, he just dropped off my light. Toby.
Did he die?
No, I'm sure he planned it. But and so the heroes travel back in time to Warhammer 40k. And then they have to do stuff. But it was kind of neat. It was neat to think about how does this end? What's gonna go down? Sean, the primaries are stolen away and contaminated. Don't forget that. That is true. Although that's almost the weirdest part of the story, that the Chaos Gods took the little babies and threw them onto random planets that perfectly matched their personalities.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Oh no, Warhammer 40k, Age of Sigismund.
I think it's coming.
Mm-hmm. I would love it if they did a new Sigismund model, because I want a Sigismund. I just think the model stinks.
Troy. Age of Raymond.
Yeah. Kill Team Raymond. It's coming. Heard it here first.
Kill Team Raymond. Raymond.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bum.
All right, everybody, try your Ray Romano voice. It's really hard. It's so unique.
Yeah.
Flip no dude at 88. Kill Team Toby.
Get them, Toby.
Instead of fleas that had spiders.
Mm-hmm. Flipping a 238. Maybe the 2 missing Primarchs were just normal, and that's why they had to go.
Mm-hmm. Like one of them just likes cars.
Yeah. The other one's like a vet tech.
Yeah. Really into classic cars.
RTRT, you'd think after the 2 missing Primarchs happened that Big E would be a bit, did his beautiful bouncing genocidal boys plus the whole chaos spread and across the galaxy thing. I think the 2 missing Primarchs died. I think that's what happened to them. So because they have a spider faction in Warcry. You know what? Let me get that. Name one of them Toby.
And so Toby's existed for multiple days?
This is the first day I've seen. Or no, he's been. I saw him yesterday too, but he just stayed underneath the piece of glass.
Mm.
Yeah, but today he's been investigating.
Got comfortable.
Uh-huh. DDD4101, I want one or both of the missing Primarchs to be female so people stop losing their shit over female Space Marine conversions. Yeah, it probably won't happen. Oh, God, though. It would be so much fun to watch it happen. And watch people be like, nah-uh.
They burn their army.
Space Marines can't be girls. Girls are icky.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
that's
that is
not
true,
how
though.
science works. They use the gene seed, this fakey fake thing that's a fake organ and a fake thing that does fake stuff. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
It only works on big dick men. It is kind of like that, though.
It yeah. Not just kind of.
Yeah.
Big dick men. What a world we live in. Just in general.
Yep. To that 88. I want 2 female Primarchs. Lucky Bat. Girls aren't real. I've never seen one.
That is a fact. Oh no, do Space Marines have dicks?
I don't know if it's ever been proven. Presumably they do have dicks.
I would like to go to Warhammer World just to ask that question.
I want to say in one of the books, somebody comments on a Space Marine's dick.
Damn, that's big. Is that what they said?
Yeah, pretty much. DDD 4101.
Nice.
I just want a big titty goth mommy Primarch. Is that so much to ask for?
You wouldn't think it, but yeah. Seems to be too much.
Gamma Field. All right, Janick, I'm gonna take off for the night. Have a great Sunday off. You can't tell me what to do.
Yeah, off.
I'll have a bad day. How about that?
Mm-hmm. I have a really bad day. Just in spite of you.
Mm-hmm. Man, where was this? How many weeks back did they reveal the Horus Heresy gun boxes? Okay, arsenal of plastic weapons. Here we go. They've got to be plastic. The plastic Mark 6 Horus... the plastic Mark 6 Space Marines of Warhammer, the Horus Heresy, are an awesome way to bring a whole heap of bolted death to the battlefield in the Age of Darkness, but what if you want even more firepower? The Mark 6 Tactical Squad is one of the most flexible kits ever. It's the linchpin of your army, which you need to claim objectives to win the game, and with the addition of these new weapon upgrade kits, you can transform them into the Legion Tactical Support Squad or Legion Heavy Support Squads to really bring down the hurt. During the Great Crusade, the Horus Heresy that followed it, the entire squads were usually armed with the same weapons, and the new upgrade kit makes it super simple to kit out your infantry. The special weapons upgrade sets contain 10 melta guns, 10 plasma guns, 10 Volkite Cavaliers, 10 Volkite Chargers, 10 Flamers, and 10 Rotor Cannons. Need to kill your enemies from further away. There's an upgrade kit containing 10 heavy bolters and 10 missile launchers. Legion heavy weapons, heavy flamers, multi-meltas, plasma cannons. Is it really not going to say? Finally, there's an upgrade kit with 10 Volkite Cavaliers, 10 las cannons, and 10 autocannons. With each legion having their preferred support weapons, they each made use of all of these guns at various points throughout the heresy, so all you need to do is select your favorite weapons, and then you're good to start hammering at the loyalists. You'll feel a lot of amazing loot for Warhammer. It doesn't say! It must be plastic, though. God, would it be a pain in the ass to cast 60 tiny guns in resin 1,000,000 times to fill all these boxes.
What was the thing about the heads being in resin?
The heads were in resin. A 10-pack of heads.
Wouldn't that also be a pain in the ass?
Yeah, it would be. I feel like not quite as bad as guns. At least it's one lump.
I just wouldn't want to deal with it.
Mm-hmm. RTRT. Hey, but regardless of female space marines, women are icky and they scare me. I mean, unless they're my mom or granny, I don't want to talk to them. Far too much anxiety.
You know, I think there's a lot of support groups out there, and I think there's a lot of people that feel what you're feeling. Totally get it. They are scary.
Riverwise, I was curious, do you, Nick, have a preferred Primarchs of the bunch? I like Dorn.
I like Magnus. He's red.
Uh-huh. Oh no, Khorne and Nurgle, female Primarchs, so that those gods get actually interesting Primarchs. So no more Mortarion. Or, I guess who's the Khorne Primarch? Angron, I suppose?
I get it because his name's Angry.
Yeah, it's so clever, right?
It's super clever. 40k is clever and original.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Andy Crimson, also clever. The Iron Hands Primarch is called Iron Hands. Yeah, but they can't all be winners. Good old 40k and 40k names.
Dorn.
Everwald, my favorite traitor Primarch was Betrayus. No one ever saw him turning.
Oh, Betrayus. And I figured Red Herring would be a bigger deal than he ended up being.
Oh, the evil Red Herring.
Ended up not being the big bad that we all thought he would be.
Exactly. Ah, amazing.
DJ Dad joke. Corvus Corax, leader of the Raven Guard. Sean, let's face it, Games Workshop it's Games Workshop. We didn't expect to dip deep into the well of creativity.
It's pretty creative.
RTRT, guys, don't look up Vulcan. You'll be shocked. DDD4101, you know what? I'm going to say it. Erebus did nothing wrong. Well, me, can you use 40k in D&D? I mean, you can use anything and anything.
I feel like I've heard of people making like a D&D campaign set in the 40k universe. Having a lot of fun with
it. So to answer your question, no, you can't.
Well, you definitely can't have fun.
No.
That's the big thing that I want to stress. 40k is serious business.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have forgotten that recently, and it's very sad.
Biggie Booty, what army do you want to start, but you don't just cuz? I want to do Sisters, but I also don't want to do Sisters because it's work.
Tau. I would start a Tau army. I want to be that guy. I'm much more interested in Age of Sigmar. Starting random stuff in Age of Sigmar.
Yeah, Age of Sigmar is really cool.
They just got a lot of cool, weird stuff. Like, if we had more time and we had less other stuff to do and paint and whatever, it'd be really fun to keep getting those battle boxes.
Yeah. There were some really cool ones. I love the Elf Night Haunt one. The new one's cool too. What's the new one?
Yeah.
God, they just came out with yeah. Skaven and Trees.
Yep, Skaven
that
and
one's
Trees.
cool too. And maybe if they do a dwarves and something else, because I like the Caradrons.
Yeah, they they did, or they were going to do one with the red ones. Remember the other dwarves.
Oh, the
Not
Fire
Carrick
Slayers.
Overlords. Yeah.
The Fire Slayers are like the only one I don't think is cool. It's like the only thing in all of Age of Sigmar.
They're pretty lame.
Woo, it's getting late, fellas.
Yes. DDD4101. Bellicor is the best model in both systems.
Bellicor is really good.
Yeah.
Bellicor is really good. Yeah, I also got the Lady on a Beetle.
Ooh.
Lady on a Beetle.
Love a lady on a beetle.
The giant ass flying balloon submarine.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you really want some Tobies, you can get the Arachnarok spider.
Yeah.
From the little Gloomspite gets. Big old Toby.
Uh-huh. It comes with little Tobies, too. It's really cute.
Mm-hmm. It's just a cool model.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, that G-Dubs, they make some cool stuff there, guy.
Mm-hmm. But no one likes Age of Sigmar.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what dummies say.
Hey, don't say that about Sean. He's not here to defend himself, so it's really funny.
Uh-huh.
Age of Sigmar.
DJ Dad Jokes, how can you not love the Ginger Dwarves? They're so unique. They've got shirtless guys with axes. Oh yeah, and don't forget big beards.
Ooh. Hot damn.
Sean, little spider image.
Yeah, it looks exactly like Toby.
It is. Shivox. Good night, Toby. Oh, and see you later, Nick and Jay. I haven't seen him in a little bit. Well, maybe he's probably sleeping. He tuckered himself out.
Bet you Toby doesn't exist on Monday.
We got eaten by a big Toby.
Yeah, probably. But speaking of Toby, it's
Ooh.
Alrighty, so we had a bunch of videos out this week. Got some Patreon stuff going. We had our Patreon only call. You can chat with us with your voice. All that fun stuff. Got you in the Patreon. We got more stuff coming out this week. Alrighty. We'll be back on Monday.
Alright. Good night.